Hello, and welcome back to Speak English with Class, the podcast that helps you learn English smarter, not harder. I'm Anna.
And I'm Jake. And tonight, because this topic is literally about nighttime tonight, we are going to say something that might completely change how you think about learning English.
Jake, quick question. How many hours a week do you think the average person spends studying English in a formal class?
I'd guess maybe 3 to 5 hours a week. Some people more.
And how much of that do you think they actually remember after 2 weeks?
Honestly, probably not as much as they'd like to admit.
Studies on language retention suggest that without reinforcement, people forget up to 70% of new information within 24 hours, and up to 90% within a week.
90%. That means after a 3-hour English class, a week later, you might only clearly remember 10% of what you learned.
Which is heartbreaking because people work so hard. They pay for classes, they show up, they take notes, and then most of it just fades.
So what's the solution? More classes, longer hours, more textbooks?
What if the solution was something completely different? What if the solution was 15 minutes in your pajamas, right before you fall asleep?
Today, we are talking about why studying English before bed is more powerful than hours of traditional classes, and the science behind why your sleepy brain is actually your best English learning tool.
This might be the most useful episode we have ever made, and you can literally use it tonight. Let's go!
Anna, let's start with the science. Because I know some people are thinking, this sounds too good to be true. So let's talk about what's actually happening in the brain.
Yes. So here is the key concept, and we're going to explain it in the simplest possible way. It's called memory consolidation.
Memory consolidation is the process by which your brain takes new information, new words, new grammar, new phrases, and moves them from short-term memory into long-term memory, from temporary storage into permanent storage.
And here is the critical part. This process happens primarily during sleep. Specifically during a stage of sleep called REM sleep, rapid eye movement sleep. This is the deep dreaming stage where your brain is incredibly active.
During REM sleep, your brain literally replays the things you learned right before you went to sleep. It processes them, organizes them, and files them away for long-term keeping.
Think of it like this. Your brain during the day is like a busy office. People walking in and out, phones ringing, emails arriving, distractions everywhere. Information comes in, but it's hard to file things properly because there's too much going on.
But at night when everyone goes home, when it's quiet, the night shift workers come in, and their only job is to take everything that came in during the day and file it perfectly, neatly, permanently.
Your brain's night shift workers are incredibly efficient. And if you give them something valuable to file right before they start work, right before you sleep, they will file it beautifully.
That's why what you put in your brain in the last 30 to 60 minutes before sleep matters so much more than most people realize.
And conversely, that's also why scrolling through social media right before bed is so damaging for learning. You're flooding your brain's filing system with random, meaningless content right before the night shift has to file everything.
So the strategy is clear. In the last 15 to 30 minutes before you sleep, give your brain high-quality English content. And let your sleeping brain do the rest of the work for you.
You study. You sleep. You wake up with better English. That is not magic. That is neuroscience.
Vocabulary. Break down 10 powerful words about learning, memory, and the brain.
Number 1, memory consolidation. The process by which the brain converts new unstable memories into stable long-term memories. Happens primarily during sleep. Memory consolidation is the reason why sleeping after studying is so much more effective than pulling an all-nighter.
Number 2. Retention. The ability to remember information over time. Good retention means the information stays in your brain long after you first learned it, not just for the next day.
Number 3. REM sleep, rapid eye movement. Sleep, the deep stage of sleep, associated with vivid dreams and language processing. During REM sleep, your brain actively processes and stores the language you were exposed to before sleeping.
Number 4. Cognitive load. The total amount of mental effort being used at any given time. Too much cognitive load makes learning inefficient. A noisy classroom with many distractions creates high cognitive load, making it harder for new information to stick.
Number 5. Passive learning. Absorbing information without active effort. Listening, reading, watching. Listening to an English podcast before bed is a form of passive learning that still creates powerful memory traces.
Number 6. Active learning. Engaging with material through effort writing, speaking, practicing. Active learning before bed, like writing vocabulary sentences combined with sleep, creates the strongest long-term memories.
Number 7. Spaced repetition. A learning technique where you review information at increasing intervals over time. Spaced repetition combined with before-bed study creates an incredibly powerful memory system.
Number 8. Interference. When new information disrupts or overwrites previous memories. One reason before-bed study works so well is because there is minimal interference. You're not exposed to much new information between studying and sleeping.
Number 9. Neural pathways. The connections between brain cells that form when we learn something. Repeated exposure strengthens these pathways. Every time you encounter an English word before bed, you are strengthening the neural pathway for that word in your brain.
And number 10. Input hypothesis. A theory by linguist Stephen Krashen, suggesting that language is acquired most effectively through comprehensible input language you understand, but that is slightly above your current level. Listening to English content before bed is perfect input hypothesis, learning relaxed, comprehensible, and deeply absorbed.
3 powerful before-bed English habits you can start tonight.
Habit number 1. Listen to one English podcast episode in bed. This one counts. The 30 minutes before sleep is prime time for audio input. Put on earphones, lie down comfortably, and let English flow into your ears in a relaxed state.
Why does this work so powerfully? Because when your body is relaxed and your mind is moving towards sleep, you are in a state that neuroscientists call hypnagogic, state the threshold between wakefulness and sleep. In this state, your brain is uniquely receptive. Information absorbed here goes deep.
And the beauty of this podcast specifically? You're hearing natural English conversation, vocabulary and context, real pronunciation, and real rhythm. Not dry grammar rules living, breathing English.
Make it a non-negotiable habit. Every night, before sleep, 15 to 30 minutes of English audio. This podcast, an English story, English music with lyrics, a simple English audiobook. Whatever feels good, whatever feels cozy, do it consistently.
Habit number 2. Write 5 English words and 1 sentence each in a bedside notebook. This is your active learning moment, and it takes only 5 minutes. Keep a small notebook and pen on your bedside table. Every night before sleep, write 5 new English words you want to remember, plus 1 example sentence for each.
The physical act of writing activates multiple parts of the brain simultaneously. Visual, motor, and language areas all fire together. Combined with sleep immediately after, those 5 words have an extraordinarily high chance of being in long-term memory by morning.
This is micro-learning at its most powerful. 5 words a night, 7 nights a week. That's 35 new English words every week, deeply encoded without ever opening a textbook.
In 1 month, 140 words. In 1 year, over 1,800 words. All while lying comfortably in bed, 5 minutes before sleep. That is the magic of small, consistent habits.
You are not just sleeping tonight. You are learning. You are growing, even in your dreams.
Sweet English dreams, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Keep learning. Keep dreaming. and keep smiling every single beautiful day.
You got this. See you next time on Juragan English Channel.